Hold on a minute. Wow, that was cold-blooded. That was cold. enough video to maintain smooth operation. Well, we all have that problem sometimes. It's okay, YouTube. It's okay. We all have that problem sometimes. All right, we're gonna cut the intro music today. It is episode 34. Welcome to Sunkworks, YouTube show, submarine show about breaking things. We're gonna show. Oh no. I'm sorry.
Well, Seymour, I made it. Despite your direction.
Superintendent Chalmers, welcome. I hope you're prepared for hunt. Bringing up a luncheon. Oh, ye gods! My roast is ruined! What if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking? Delightfully devilish. Seymour! Superintendent, I was just scratching my cat on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Here to join me?
Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Seymour?
That isn't smoke, it's steam. Steam from the seaplane we're having. Seaplane. Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers.
I thought we were having clams.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. Steamed hams.
You call hamburgers steamed hams?
Yes, it's a regional dialect.
What region?
Upstate New York?
Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard anyone use the phrase steamed ham.
Oh, not in Utica. No, in Albany.
I see. You know, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger.
Oh, no. Ham. Back to Kinderburger's old family recipe.
Or steamed ham.
Yeah.
Yes, and you call them steamed hams despite the fact they are obviously grilled.
You know, one thing I... Excuse me for one second. Wonderful. Good time was had by all. I'm Oop.
Yes, I should be. Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
That's it?
No.
Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, Mother, it just no light.
Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, I must say. You seem a good man.
Alright, I didn't plan any of this. So what's happened so far this episode, my camera has failed. My green screen technology has also failed. I have no idea. I have no idea how to get things back the way they were. Here, this is what I really look like with the actual green screen behind me. So, and for some reason, my camera does not appear anymore. I'm not sure. It's empty red box in the lower right corner, the camera source that I used to have. So I've tried everything, all the settings fixes I can. It's a marvel that we have microphone at all, I think. So what else has gone wrong this episode, since last episode? Commits to inexplicably failed. May or may not be related to my builder update from a few episodes back. My Docker builder, slug builder, I think it was slug builder update. So more things are broken than usual. I'm actually surprised to see the blog is down. We're going to check in on the server. Ah, I know why the blog is down. Okay. So when alarms started firing, I said I need peace, and I just silenced most of the alarms. Here is what we're about to see. This is V cluster. Oh, wait a minute. You have to go up a level to the management cluster, where this cluster is hosted. V cluster list. Now we see one cluster is paused, where most of the things going wrong are centralized. So V cluster resume. We'll see what we can learn by connecting to the cluster. Oh, it says there are no pods, but I assume that's because we've just resumed the cluster and it has yet to bring them back. Here they come. Yes. So, Deus workflow is not gone. Happy workflow is not gone. The doc site is not gone. My blog is not gone. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to restore access to commits to, sadly. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to plug on a service here. I've plugged a few times before, BMinder. Well, all the things are green all of a sudden. This is a new color scheme I haven't seen before. I really haven't planned any of this. So I'm coming to BMinder to show you here honey money that I've received in thanks for hosting. You don't want to see my payment method there. But I do have honey money here, $110 of honey money. Which is from a larger pile of honey money here. Thank you for hosting commits to since at least 2022. So for at least a year. It's 2024, March now. For at least a year we've been hosting commits to, and that was cool. I wish I could say that I'm still hosting it today. Maybe we'll rewrite it in Ruby on Rails, but I have not been able to figure out how to restore the build. I would have just left it running the way that it was, but what actually happened was, so we had an external logs provider, Papertrail, who changed something in their configuration, and I have no idea how to reconfigure that. I have no direct access to Papertrail. Only access I ever had was through Heroku. We had a shared Heroku account where I harvested all of the configuration details of commits to when Heroku famously came and said we're charging money from now on. So we all got off of Heroku in a hurry. I mean, they were already paying for Heroku, but we were on, I guess, free tier database with our paid tier Heroku dyno, and no one noticed until it was too late, almost. So I had taken backups of the database that were only a day or two old. But when we realized, because I had already done experiments to see, could I offload this onto my own servers and run it myself? Anyway, long story short, something is actually changed in the build. A commit which was deployable before is no longer deployable. Is no longer buildable, and I'm not sure if that's because I've upgraded my Node.js version past a certain level. That might be true. But I'm just not invested enough in the Node.js ecosystem to figure it out, and there's no way I'm going to figure it out. So there's a chance that I'll resurrect the commits to service as a Ruby on Rails app. I know the trendy thing to do now is to take your React programs and rewrite them in Ruby on Rails. And I do like to do trendy things, so we may do that in a future episode. But for today, I'm saying goodbye to that one service, which sadly is not coming back in its previous form. And I'm just going to I know I said I might rewrite it, but I don't really want to cheapen the work either. If someone really wanted to maintain this, I would certainly welcome them, but we haven't seen a lot of interest from folks in the community about this source code base. So I'm just going to gracefully retire the app for now. It's already been scaled down, and the app that depends on it. So there was commits to the alpha site, and then commits to the staging, which were, of course, both run in production mode. If you know anything about Heroku apps, you'll always want to run in production mode. And there was simplest commit B, which scraped that site and updated a graph on BMinder, which we will now decommission, or seek to decommission at least, because that graph can no longer be fulfilled. Here it is, simplest commit B. So we're going to have to shut this graph down for now. Sorry to all the people I promised things to, but the machine is down for the count. And I am not going to pass this goal through legitimate means. I'm just going to put a dot on the graph. And we're going to address this here. Hold on a minute. Hotel stay. What is all this? This looks like my expense report comments are somehow getting mixed up with BMinder. Why would you save those comments, Chrome? Why would you save them? It's a good thing my expense reports are clean. Alright, let's see. One more dot on the graph here. We have to put it high enough that when we derail, it will not be in the middle of anything important. And let's see, how do we end the graph? We actually want to say I have to figure out what number we're at right now. Now we're at 564, so we're going to make that the target. And that's how you end a BMinder graph. And then you make the state as soon as possible, which is not any sooner than that. Okay. That's it. That's the end of the graph. We'll see it hit this number, but this was a great graph here. We're actually going to zoom it out because it should be seen in its full glory before it gets retired. We've been doing this for a while. Have been a BMinder user for a very long time, and what you can't really see is the point in time before here where I didn't graph. I was a commits to user for a while before this too, but I didn't really get into it until I started graphing the data points. That made it interesting enough for me to want to use. Anyway, that's the end of that app. Sad. Let's see, is there anything else going on here that we need to do before we shut down the stream for today? I think we talked about a little bit more, that we were going to do something. Not just plug BMinder this episode, but maybe that's it. Yeah. I'm going to go have coffee. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, thanks and good evening. See you later. Probably after my vacation. I don't think I'll stream again before I'm going on vacation on Monday. And I'll go to KubeCon. So I'll see you at KubeCon if you're going to KubeCon. Cheers.